Today, I want to discuss the key to living out a productive Christian life, and it all has something to do with discipline. So, let's break this down a little bit here. What is discipline in the spiritual sense, right? It is a loving expression of God's care and a means to guide people towards righteousness and maturity. He wants you to grow. It's not solely punitive, but rather it's a process of shaping character, which is very important to the spiritual life, and actions, which is also very important. But your character and actions in accordance with divine principles, according to the Word of God. So let's recap. Discipline involves teaching and guiding individuals, often through instruction, correction, and even punishment, right? To align our behavior with God's will. And why is that so important? Because God tells us in Hebrews 12, verse 1, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses, people are watching you, to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. You know what that sin is in your life. We need to strip it off. And it says, and let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. And that takes discipline. That takes you waking up every day, stripping off every weight that slows you down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. It takes discipline. And God will therefore discipline us so that we can accomplish His will. He wants us to live right with Him. He wants us to be righteous. He wants us to be a great example of who He is. And in order to do that, He will discipline us so that we can become squared away. Discipline, a loving expression of God's care and a means to guide people towards righteousness and maturity. Discipline involves teaching and guiding individuals, often through instruction, correction, and even punishment. So don't take it as a bad thing. Take it as God aligning your behavior with His will.